What's going on, y'all? I did a video a while ago when I first got the bow, but this is what she looks like now. Did some changes and changed the nameplate right there. Pse Mach 33. Baby's looking good. Got the orange, black, and olive green going down. Just to explain a little bit on my gear and stuff that I'm doing. I chose the Pse Mach 33. I've had a Mach 1. I had an aluminum Evo NXT 33. I had the Pse Mach 34 and the Mach 30. When I had a Mach 1 for 3 years, loved it. Definitely had to fine-tune my skills when going from an aluminum bow to a very light carbon bow, one of the lightest on the market in the Mach 1. Only ran a front stabilizer then, but it definitely showed me my flaws in how I shoot. So what I mean by that is when I shot the Mach 1, I was always a trigger puncher. I always knew when that sucker was going off. I thought, all the time I was pretty good with the Evo NXT 33. I could hold my arm still, freeze like a statue, and shoot. But there was always something subconsciously that would always make a little flinch every now and then to take that consistency out of there. And especially high pressure moments, you're in the woods, big elk, big deer, you're going to punch that sucker and you're going to move a little. Anyways, I ended up killing a couple nice bucks with my aluminum Evo NXT, and I had shot Hoyt a lot before that, majority of my life, but when I shot that Evo NXT, it changed everything for me. But now back to why Mach 1 showed me my flaws is when I was punching that trigger, I was getting away with it with a heavier bow, but once I went to a lighter bow, I realized now I had to go or try something different. Didn't know what to do. I was like, you know what? Let's try the surprise shot. Let's do that. So I ended up getting the knock on, knock to it, thumb button release, the original one. And I started shooting with it, and being a trigger puncher, that didn't work out so well at first. And so I continued to figure out what the heck I needed to do. But when I finally went to that surprise shot, just putting that thumb pressure on the button and just pulling through the shot, just aiming until that shot goes off, that lighter bow, all of a sudden became consistent. So it was like, at first I almost sold it, went back to aluminum thinking I couldn't shoot it, but come to find out, you go back to those fundamentals they teach, it's a huge game changer. So for those of you out there that shoot aluminum, that go to these lighter carbon bows, and then you get one, you shoot, the consistency isn't there, there's maybe something you're doing that could make you a better archer. I'm not going to say you're doing it wrong. If it works for you, that works for you, but yeah, it'll teach you those different flaws, how to tune better, do things differently. Anyways, that's how it's going for now, but check it out. We got the Hamsky Trinity. Tried the Epsilon, wasn't my favorite. I like to have a little bit more room to move that rest up or down, in or out, left to right. CBE and gauge sight. I'm usually an Excel fan, but this was at the local bow shop. Shout out to Benton Christensen. He hooked me up. He helped me set all this up here in Preston, Idaho. I did the limb decals with black and orange from onestringer.com. Right there, the dang limb deals jacking it up. And then I did some ABB launch series bowstrings. They're top of the line bowstring. It makes a huge difference, especially with peep rotation. For the first time, I went to side stabilizer on my hunting rig. Got the Quattro stabilizers, the Delta. Got those in olive green and what looks like carbon here on the shaft. I think that's about it for stuff I put on the bow. There was a guy I found that does these custom sight rings here with the bubble for the CBEs, and he had it to me within a week. He's on Facebook. I think if you go on Google and you type in custom bow sight level ring, it popped him up, and then I found him on Facebook. Anyways, love the archery community. I've been shooting for a long time in my life. Archery saved me, plus my family first. They saved me first, my wife and kids. But went through some tough times, struggled with addiction, but I think we're almost at, 2016, 9 years clean and sober. So struggled with addiction. But when I got back into archery, because I put it down for a while, and especially through the addiction years, I wasn't shooting. But when I picked my bow back up and started hunting again, I found that passion for life, a hobby, something that's awesome. And the archery community is awesome. So those of you that don't shoot, or thinking about it, or do shoot, stick with it. It's awesome. It's something you can do year round. In the winter, even if it's sunny, or go indoors, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't post a lot, but any of y'all that like the video, any questions, hit me up. I'll do more videos if people somehow want to see this stuff, but just figured I'd share that knowledge. I know a lot of people I see buy these new carbon bows, and within like a month or two, they're gone, and they go back to the aluminum. So maybe that's why they aren't finding the consistency with it, thinking because it's too light, it moves around more, which it does, But when you fine tune your grip, your release, your anchor point, you get your peep sight at the correct height, and you really fine tune your bow, then you find that they're awesome. Because I won't hunt with anything but a carbon bow from now on. It's a lot lighter. You're not carrying as much through the woods. There was once in a tree stand, I had to freeze like a statue holding an aluminum bow. After 10 minutes, your arm starts to feel it, and you wish that it was 2 pounds lighter. Just some words for thought anyways. But anyways, there's the Mach 33. Love this thing. I love the Mach 30 too. But just shooting at that target there, doing some walk back tuning, just fine tuning that right in there, you know what I'm saying? Woo! Get that sight and rest in line. Let's go. Knock on, rock on. I'm a drummer. I got my drumming videos that I post too. Knock on and rock on, baby. Let's go. Shoot them bows, make some music, be kind to people. Let's roll.